Well, hello, welcome to our massive toy declutter. It is just insanity in here. If you watched my previous video, you'll know that basically I have a lot of rooms in my house that are a disaster, and in particular, one of those rooms was this one, which is where I house all my kids' toys, and birthdays and Christmases just become overwhelming because I have way too much crap. So we are going to tackle this head on together. Well, I mean, you're going to sit and watch, but I'm going to do it, okay? And I'm not real happy about it because I know how bad it is. But my goal would be to get like 50 to 80% gone, which I know seems like an insane amount, but really my kids don't need that much. And also their tastes in toys have changed quite a bit, if that makes sense at all. My son has really grown up, so his favorite activities at the moment are more like Lego building, which has been a thing for a while, but just like really hands-on technical stuff. Whereas before it was more of the younger kids' toys and just like the little people stuff and like the little people car park, but that's really not his thing anymore. So there's no point in me keeping it. And I do talk to him about whether I can get rid of it or not, just in case maybe I am missing out on something that he does like. But he was like, no, I don't need it anymore. We can give it, because he knows I give it away to a couple of places, like either the thrift store or a friend that's willing to take my crap. So anyway, that's what we did this time around, and I'm going to sidetrack and talk about what I'm actually doing right now. We're very lucky to be able to use this whole side of a wardrobe for storing the kids' stuff. And that does mean I go a little bit crazy because there's a lot of space to have toys. And that is just purely because we don't have a toy room either, so I can't move everything elsewhere. But I do feel like I've got the organization down pat for this particular space, because a couple years ago, you can go back on my channel and see my declutters from previous years. I think this is my 4th year or my 3rd year doing this. But one of the years I got really super organized and just went to IKEA and bought a whole lot of tubs. Like you can see these clear ones and these cream colored ones. I wish I had just done the clear. I do prefer that for toys, because sometimes I have the little labels on the cream ones of what it is, and then I open it up and it's not that. It's fantastic. It's great. It's really good. Organization on point. Look, they're pretty cheap. They're worth it just to get everything organized, because I do take them out of the original packaging, just because otherwise, like, there would be no way I could store this stuff, because it was all in weird shapes and would not fit back into their previous boxes and stuff. So anyway, glad I got all of them out, and I'm just moving it all over onto the mat just because I had to take a little what do you call it, a thumbnail. Oh my gosh. And I just wanted everyone to know how bad my habit of spending is.
Once upon a time, there was a little
Okay, so this is every last bit of toy up here on the bed. I did originally have it up here, but I can already feel the burnout, and we haven't even started yet. So I decided to do my thumbnail, bring everything down here off of it from there, because I can feel that I'm not going to get through all of this today. My son, like, by the time my son goes to bed, I just don't want to be pulling toys off of there. So yes, enjoy this last amount. I mean, we still got that other chest of drawers in my bedroom that we've got to go through, but it's just way too much. I found these in the back of the cupboard. I used them when I was postpartum. I haven't been postpartum in over 3 years, okay? So we're working with, I think I'm just going to grab the basket, sit my booty right there in that little hole, and just work my way out. Everything I'm keeping, I'll make another pile, and everything I'm donating, throwing out, giving away, whatever, is going there. Darling, 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 I was as shocked as you were when I saw this. I could not believe it, okay? And that wasn't even all of it. There's more in my bedroom. It's horrific, honestly. It just, every now and then I see something, I'm like, oh, my kids would love that. And they do for a reasonable amount of time, and then I hold on to it for like 3 eternities later. So anyway, as said, I did sit down on my Behute listening to something, probably a podcast or whatever, and I just worked my way out. Otherwise, like, what would I do? I need to trap myself in. Otherwise, I give up, right? The hyperfixation moves on real quick. But seriously, I think half the reason I have so much stuff is because I do the Montessori method, which, if you don't know what that is, it's just like a more hands-on approach for children in the day-to-day life. So getting themselves ready, learning how to cook with typically things that society might say they're not really level for, just doing little things. And anyway, so for Montessori play, there's a whole philosophy behind doing toy rotations. It's just supposed to improve the children's longevity with playing with something. So often, if they have too many toys, they're overwhelmed and won't play as long with the particular item. You'll find that they kind of go from space to space and not really stopping and playing for a long time, versus having a limited amount of toys and getting a proper 5-10 minutes out of playing with a toy. Apparently Shrek was here at some point. I apologize for my wildly inappropriate joke, but I couldn't help myself. Like, I was just passing up such a good opportunity not to say something. Anyway, so this is my Montessori shelves. You can see them a little bit better. They're just the cheap ones from Kmart. You don't actually have to go out and buy the exact, like, Montessori ones. They are expensive and they are such a rip. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I just took the middle splitter divider thing from the cubes from the bottom, just to be able to fit some bigger stuff in. And you know what? It's working wonderfully, honestly. I've rotated a lot of stuff, and I noticed the last month or so my son has just really not been playing with any toys in here, and that's how I realized they were just not for him, like what was on the shelf. And that's how I knew that he wasn't wanting to play with that kind of stuff. It's normally things he would have played with, but he just was showing no interest at all, basically, since I had put it out. So I knew that it was time for that to go, which is such a great way of, like, being able to declutter, is just actually observing your children. So I highly recommend that if you don't know where to start. Like, these things used to be my son's favorite and my daughter's. They don't care about it, and I feel like I've got 3 more in my cupboard still. So I was like, see you later. We don't even need that stuff. I cannot beat you. No, I won't have it, babe. Not playing this game. I do not feel you. I'm not crossing that tape. It would be a shame. So listen, baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say.
it's not too late to be heard. So tell me what I need to know. Tell me what I need to know. And stop this charade.
So this bookshelf slash cupboard situation has been something I've been meaning to tackle for quite some time, mostly because there's just been an overflow of books that have just come from like each stage of life. Like I still had some books that I got as like part of the baby bag that you get when you give birth in Australia, and I'm like, why do I have these? Both my kids know all this stuff. They've grown out of it. And you know your girl's just been lazy, not actually doing it, getting rid of this stuff. So finally tackled through that. And I do like to color order my books. It eases my mind. Okay, I know some people are like, it's a little over the top, it doesn't matter that much. But for me, it's like it's easier on the eye. And I feel like I'm the person that really enjoys micro organization. And you don't have to, okay? Like, I know I'm like really defending myself here, but you don't have to be. And it really just comes down to the individual and whether you find micro organization works for you. For me, it's fantastic because I feel like when I open something like a drawer or I open anything really, and it's like, okay, this could be better organized, and I'm frustrated because I can't find certain things in here, that's when I'm like, okay, let's just organize this better and better and better until we've got the perfect solution for me. But anyway, if anyone has any ideas of what to do with these books that I'm decluttering, I feel like I can't donate them to my regular, like, you know, the op shops, thrift stores, whatever. I feel like I can't do that because they already have so much. And some of them even say, like, oh, we don't take any more books. Not the yawn. Anyway, I am exhausted, but doesn't matter. So I was thinking maybe I could donate them to a couple of childcares and they could use it as like books for outside because I have some books that are like still in good condition but not good enough to donate to like a school library or whatever. So maybe I'm gonna do that and I can get rid of them because oh, I have quite the stack. Or maybe I could just put them out front of my house and let people like pick through it. I just need them gone, but like, you know, it's so hard to move books on because everyone else has got lots of books. So the books do share the shelf with his pajamas on the bottom level, which, as you can see, the basket is absolutely overflowing. And I went in there the other day and I'm pulling out like size 3 and size 4 pajamas, and I thought, my goodness, didn't I just do a declutter? Apparently, not well enough because things turn up later and later and later. But at some point, I am going to have to move either the books or the pajamas because one of them are being bad tenants and just ruining this aesthetic. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. But I have a feeling it's going to be the pajamas to be first evicted from this area just because it's getting too much. I can't handle the look of it. I wonder what I could be writing. No, but actually this pink little board thing is so cute. It's from Smiggle and you just can use it. I forget what it's called, like an LCD, something like that. And I think it just got my husband and I when we were in the shop because we bought it for my daughter for Christmas. But I think it was just really for us because we had so much fun with it. But yeah, you just draw on it and then you press the button and it erases the whole thing, and they can reuse it over and over again. And it's fantastic for like trips or like in the car or anything like that. It's absolutely no mess, so it's fantastic. You don't have to stress about like the paper going anywhere or the textures or crayon melting in the car. I would recommend. But anyway, here we are putting out the new stuff on the Montessori shelves, and you can actually see a better view of what it's like with the splits, like the inserts taken out of some of the shelves. It just means that those bigger toys get the space, and I'm actually able to put them out on the shelf. And up the top we have the really cute like Hartley greenhouse thing, which by the way, who wouldn't love a Hartley? Okay, like I mean, I know they're the price of a car, but my goodness, I would love one. It just is like, what's her name, Garden Answer on YouTube. I'm like, oh, the dream to have a Hartley. Anyway, so I love that. I think I purely bought that because I love it so much. And it actually wasn't that expensive from TK Maxx. I think it was like $30 or $40. And the only one who really loves it as much as me is my daughter. So maybe I'll be able to get her into the garden at some point. But I love to put out like a range of different things. So I usually start with something construction-y. So whether it's like the blocks or Lego, or if it's the bristle bricks that I have out, anything like that, because that really entertains my son and it keeps him busy and occupied for so long. And we are about to change clips, but I'm gonna keep talking through it with you guys. So then I will usually go for a giant airplane going over right now while I'm doing a voiceover, and then I will put books out and usually puzzle of some sort, and then definitely whatever interests my daughter. So that might be dolls, that might be hairdressing stuff, it might be anything like that. She's really my homemaker. She loves to do all of that, even anything makeup related. Oh, she loves having her own makeup and her own brushes and all that kind of thing. And then that's usually about it. And just anything that I've bought that I feel like they haven't used in quite some time, I like to throw that in at the end. So we're back to putting everything on the shelves. I had sifted through everything and I really didn't show as much as I normally would when I actually go through each piece and talk about it. I just didn't have the time, and I find that my interest wanes so quickly. So I just was like, let's zoom through this. And so here we are. We are putting it all back, and I am very happy with the way it fit this time. You will see later on in the video that I have managed to make it work, and that's all that I need to be able to use the things that I buy and not to just sit in the cupboard until my kids don't care about it anymore. Welcome to drawer 1 of 3 in my room, which is absolutely insane. So I'm trying to minimize as much as I possibly can because I want this set out of my room. So as I was saying, I do want this whole white cupboard set out of my room. I just hate the look of it. Like, it was great at the start when I was using the TV when I was pregnant and stuff, but now that I'm not pregnant and have no plans to ever be pregnant again, this set needs to go. I don't like looking at it. I feel like we could make this bedroom so cute, and yeah, I just need to either move the toys on or get them organized in a better way. So yeah, all of the top stuff you see here is my little more intricate stuff. It's mostly stuff to like build a world for the kids, so they can have like the streets and then they can have like mountains or whatever. So it's really more hands-on imaginary stuff, and I love it. They love it. And it's so easy to collect this stuff, you guys. It's probably why I have so much as it is. Like, I found this photo of my puppy, and he must have been only a couple weeks old. He was so tiny there, and black little fur on his head versus the orange gray he had. He did pass away, which is probably why you don't notice any background noises from him, which is kind of sad because, as annoying as it was when I was trying to do voiceovers, I do miss him a lot. So yeah, it was a little bit sad to find that picture. But I don't want to go into great detail just because it is a decluttering video and not a memorial video. I'll probably talk about it more in one of my cleaning videos. But this little contraption here is just from Officeworks. It's literally $5, but it is the best thing. As someone who likes to make videos and constantly loses things, this is fantastic. You can store all your SD cards, your micro SD cards, anything basically in there, and I use it all the time. I love it. And then this other thing that I'm going to show you, which is from Apple. It is also an incredible little product. One of them's a fake Apple product and one of them's real. They just connect into your phone and you can put your pictures straight into your phone, and instead of having to like transfer them via Bluetooth from the camera to the phone, which can take forever, and I find like overheats my camera so quickly, we use that. I think it's like $50. It's fantastic.
Feel like I was falling through the air. No one but myself to hold my hand. Standing in the shadows of where we have been. Sleeping with your back facing me. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 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 We've been into places all at once. Was that what we said would come undone? Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
Oof, did I tell you that we had a lot of stuff in here? Okay, the puzzles were out of control. I ended up donating a lot of them to my kids' previous childcare, and they loved it. They were so grateful for it, and I was like, I just don't need this many puzzles to rotate through. A handful of them is good. A handful of them were way too young. Some of them are still a bit too old, but I'm going to hang on to them just because there's no point in getting rid of them and then having a rebuy it. But I'm really glad with where we're at, and I completely emptied out this drawer, which you will see later on, and I moved it. I just moved it up a level and I was able to get rid of that. So I feel like it's progress, right? We're getting there. It's less and less. And mark my words, baby, she will be out of my room at some point. I just wanted to thank you for joining me on this intense declutter. Like, I don't think I've ever done something this crazy before, but I was like, I'm just ready to move on. Like, we don't need as many toys as we do. So we have ended up with 2 overflowing baskets. Most of this is toys. There's a little bit of rubbish in there. But yeah, all of this is either going to be donated or given to friends or whatever. Down here is the stuff we decluttered from my chest of drawers, and that's just all going to be thrown out because it's puzzles with missing pieces and I can't give it away. So anyway, I'm so glad. Like, look at this insane amount of stuff. I cannot believe it. I'm going to show you a quick overview of the cupboard because it looks fantastic. Okay, I know you're probably thinking, Victoria, it looks exactly the same, but to me, it's not, darling. Every single thing they own for toys is in here. Like, it fits in here besides one drawer. It's like 1.5 drawers in the other room, which I just need to, I don't know, work out how I'm going to store it so I can put it in here. But yeah, oh my god, like, it's all here and it's so much easier mentally on me. And I will see you in the next declutter.